Okay, if you've ever worked in IT, you know this exact feeling. The phone rings, and you can practically hear the panic on the other end. A VIP's account is locked, they've got a deadline in minutes, and all eyes are on you. Well, today we are going to solve one of IT's most common and most stressful mysteries, and we're going to do it fast. And there it is. That's our scenario. The user is beyond frustrated. The clock is absolutely ticking, and you know that just resetting the password again isn't going to cut it. Something else, something hidden, is causing this. Our job? To become a digital detective and find the source of the problem. All right, let's dive right in. To solve any mystery, you first have to understand the crime scene, and you gotta know, the Account Lockout Policy isn't a bug. It's actually a really important security feature. Its whole job is to stop the bad guys. So this is the tripwire. A policy like this, maybe 5 failed attempts in 2 minutes, is fantastic at stopping a brute force attack where a script is just hammering your system with passwords. But, it can also be triggered by something way more innocent. A device or some service in the background that's just repeatedly trying to use an old, stale password. And this right here, this is the key mindset shift. We're not just fixing a broken account, we're conducting an investigation. The system logs every single failure. It leaves this perfect trail of digital breadcrumbs for us that will lead us straight to the culprit. We just need to know where to look.
And this is our detective kit. Forget the magnifying glass, okay? Our tools are 2 very specific event IDs inside the Windows security log. These are the digital fingerprints that are going to break this case wide open.
Think of Event ID 4740 as the official report. It tells you that a lockout happened. It confirms the what and the who, but most importantly, it contains the where. It holds the single most critical clue: which computer or device initiated that final bad password attempt. Now, here's a crucial tip, so listen up. You do not have to search every single server in your network. Nope. In any Active Directory domain, there's one domain controller with a special role, the PDC Emulator. It's the final judge on all password changes and lockouts. So all roads lead right here, making its security log the #1 best place to find that 4740 event. So if 4740 is the smoke, then Event ID 4625's, well, those are the sparks. These log every single failed attempt. Looking at these gives us the whole story, the play-by-play of how the lockout happened, one failed try after another. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Inside each of those 4,625 events, there's a field called Logon Type. Type 2, that means someone is literally at a keyboard typing the wrong password. But Type 3, that's a network logon. And that almost always points to some background process, a service, or a map drive. Basically, our most likely suspects. The pattern of these events tells you if you're dealing with a simple problem or a real security threat. A stale credential, you're going to see these same user account failing from the same computer over and over again. A brute force attack looks completely different. You'll see hundreds of different, often totally random account names. That's a huge red flag.
Okay, so now that we know how to read the clues, let's look at the police lineup of our most common offenders. And let me tell you, it's almost never the user just typing their password wrong 5 times. The culprit is usually a machine or a process using an old, cached password.
And here they are. Suspect number 1, and I mean almost always, is a mobile phone. The user changes their password, but their phone's email app keeps trying the old one every few minutes until, bam, locked out. Mapped drives, old scheduled tasks, services, those are classic culprits too. And there's a sneaky new one, the Windows 11 upgrade bug. This is where cached Microsoft 365 credentials can clash with your local Active Directory, causing a flood of failures, specifically Event ID 4771, that'll lock an account out real fast.
All right, theory is one thing, but let's actually solve this case right now. Let's jump over to the screen and I'll walk you through a real investigation, step by step, that you can use tomorrow.
So the user's locked out, the phone is ringing off the hook. We have our mission. That first move you make is the most important one. You have to start where the evidence is going to be the strongest. So we connect straight to our PDC emulator. We open up Event Viewer, navigate to the security log, and we immediately create a filter. We're looking for just one thing, Event ID 4740, and only for our user's account name. This instantly cuts through thousands and thousands of log entries to get us exactly what we need. And boom, there it is. The aha moment, buried inside the details of that 4740 event, is this one beautiful field, caller computer name. And look at that. It's not their desktop, it's not their laptop, it's iPhone John. We found our culprit. The case is blown wide open. You know, finding that one single line of text changes everything. The mystery is solved. We're not guessing anymore. We know exactly what's causing the problem, and we can go from being reactive to actually resolving it. So now we can call that user back with total confidence. We don't just say, okay, I unlocked you again. We say, hey, I see the lockouts are coming from your iPhone. Can you please go into your mail settings and just re-enter your new password? That'll stop this from happening. We fix the root cause. And this just perfectly illustrates the transformation, right? We went from this high-stress, endless cycle of unlock, lock, to a calm, proactive solution. No more alerts, no more angry phone calls. And it's all because we knew how to follow those digital breadcrumbs. By mastering a simple technique like this, you're not just closing tickets faster. You're getting a much deeper understanding of what's really happening on your network. So the next time that phone rings, you'll be ready. The real question is, what other hidden mysteries could you solve just by taking a closer look at your logs?